Rick, you've talked about the survival switch, and this is something that I actually talk to a lot about because it's not just the processed foods, that's a major factor, but the radiation and the other toxins where your body's under threat and it doesn't know if we're going to hit a famine, if we're being chased by a tiger, if we fought with our husband. It doesn't care what the stressor is, but it shuts down the mechanism, shuts down the metabolism, the thyroid health, and all of these things. So can you explain what is going on in that survival switch?
Okay, well, I mean, sure. Very, very briefly, we were interested in why animals, will suddenly like gain weight before winter or gain weight before they go on long distance migrations. And we realized that what they were actually doing was that they were triggering fructose production, which then triggers this drop in ATP, which then stimulates them to forage for food and all those things. And when we looked at what the trigger was, it's the activation of a pathway called the polyol pathway, which converts glucose to fructose. And that polyol pathway can be activated by sugar. It can be activated by very high salt concentrations. It can be activated by stress, emotional stress. It can be activated by low oxygen. If you, like climbing a mountain and you can activate it when the oxygen levels are low. It can be activated by a fall in blood pressure. So any kind of stressful setting can actually trigger this switch. And so I think that although our work is focused on kind of things like changes in hydration and things like that, but emotional stress can also activate this pathway. So yeah, I think that there is this switch that is triggered by stress. It could be toxins that could then help. It says to the animal, hey, you're under pressure. You need to like start going into a fat storage mode in case things get worse. And so, yes, I think that this is an important pathway.